I probably had $40 in my bank account.
This is what you came for. My game strikes every time she moves. Everybody's watching her, but she's looking at
Hey y'all, I want to welcome y'all back to another video. Before I do get into this, make sure y'all hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so I'm not gonna say I've been avoiding this question, but people have actually asked me this question for a couple years now, and I haven't publicly answered this. I briefly brushed on it, but I didn't just really go into full detail. But anyway, the question is, why did I quit my last 9 to 5? Like the last 9 to 5 I had in 2019. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since. So the thing was, I had some stuff going on around February of 2019. This a conversation for another video. But I was already I was going through a depression. I was very depressed. And the job that I had, it was not a bad job at all. It was super easy. If you want to be honest, I was talking on the phone. It was a inbound call center. Not bad. It was just the fact that it was a lot of days I started noticing that I'm like snapping on the members that call in, and I'm like, it was a couple times I had to, whoa, why did I say that to this woman, or why did I say this to this man? It really started with stuff like that, me realizing. And again, I was depressed. Like, they used to offer like us early release, like to leave work early. And I want to say for my last 2 months there, I left work early every single time they offered it. Every single time. We got paid every 2 weeks. My 80-hour check, I probably had 30, 40 hours on a check that was supposed to be 80 hours. Like, I left early all the time because mentally I couldn't do it. Like, every time I got to work, I got so sad. I got so depressed. Like, really just talking to people on the phone just really made me feel like that during that time, especially what I was going through. So during the time, I was like, I'm going to take a leave of absence or some type of mental something. But to take like, what is it called? FMLA? I think. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But I was trying to take that, but I had to have written doctors, something from the doctor in order to do that. So I tried to make an appointment, and they told me the earliest they could get me in was 2 weeks. Yeah, I could not make those 2 weeks. I was on edge. Like, I was going to lose my mind in any second. So it was this one Saturday. It was July. I don't know the exact date, but it was like right after the 4th. So it was probably like around the 9th or something like that. But it was on a Saturday. I remember that clearly. I got to work, and I knew this was going to be the day because, again, I just could not take it. And mind you, I was broke. I probably had $40 in my bank account. Why did I pick that number? But I probably had maybe $40 or $50 in my bank account, if that. So, like, literally, I was broke. But I had been talking about quitting. I had been talking about it because I just felt it coming. Not the fact that I just really wanted to. Because I'm in a whole new state. I'm paying $300, $400, however much in bills I was paying at the time. I think I was paying probably like $2,500. Like around $2,500 in bills by myself. Nobody, like, I'm not asking for nobody for nothing. I'm just doing this on my own. I'm getting ready to quit my main source of income. So yeah, I went to work that Saturday, and I sat down, I took 2 calls. And when my supervisor got in, I told him, like, look, I can't do this no more. I'm finna just leave. I was like, do I need to leave a notice or what? And I typed up a notice effective immediately. Y'all, I was gone by like 8 o'clock. And my shift started at 6, like 6:15. But I was gone by like 8 or 9 o'clock. I came home, got my little thoughts together. And I went out and did Uber Eats and DoorDash. Which, in the beginning, y'all, the first... This has been 3 years now, right? Over 3 years, actually. A little over 3 years. But, well, it's still July, so it's right at 3 years. Dang, this year was my 3rd year for me quitting. Okay, cool. But, yeah, I left. I got my thoughts together, went home, and I told my family and stuff. And I know pretty much everybody kind of paused, like, kind of probably nervous or wondering, like, dang, what I'm going to do. Which rightfully so, because I was scared. Like, I didn't really know what I was gonna do, but at the same time, I didn't want to show that fear to anybody because I didn't want to make myself feel like I made the wrong decision, although it was forced. Because mentally, I just really couldn't. Like, I know no telling how I would have reacted if I tried to stay or whatever, but I just couldn't do it. So I left and I started doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. Now, in the beginning, I was not making near as much as I was making when I was working at the 9 to 5. I was getting paid $17 an hour, but when I was like out doing deliveries and stuff, it wasn't. I want to say it might have equaled out to around $500 a week. Well, maybe $400. I don't know. The first couple weeks after I quit the job. So, and mind you, I'm already struggling. I'm already got about $40, $50 in my bank account at the time. So, I'm under a whole lot of pressure at the moment. But it got better eventually. But what I can say is quitting that job helped me place my mind in a better place than it has ever been in my entire life. Like, I got through depression after I quit that job. And I just felt like there was the correlation because in reality, anytime that I'm sitting around doing something that I don't want to do, something that's not in my heart to do, my mood changes. Like, I can't force myself to be happy if I know that's not what I'm meant to be doing, if I know that's not what I want to do. But let me tell y'all something. What quitting that job has taught me is I can do anything I want, if anything I put my mind to. Because I'm not going to lie, I kind of felt like I was, okay, what if I fail or whatever. It was plenty times that I was like, okay, I'm finna go back to a 9 to 5 because this ain't it on the slow days. But I had to remember, you're not at a 9 to 5 anymore. Your income is not going to be the same. So I had to take advantage of the good days. Like, there were some good days that, you know, I was making a lot. Like, I want to say the most I had made in a day when I was doing that, right around maybe $300. That was, yeah, around $300, $350, somewhere around there. So the money was there, and it was definitely great. It was good around that time. So yeah, but it was also some of those days where I'm making $75. So on the days that I'm making, you know, a lot, I got okay, I need to save this because I got to make sure, like, if I have slow days, it'll add up. So I got to a point where I finally learned, okay, I can do both of these apps. I can make this amount. I know the areas that I can get paid this amount, and I was making double a week than I was making at my 9 to 5. And that's including gas and all of it, because I know sometimes people, oh, what about gas? I have a hybrid. My car don't burn gas like that. Well, right now gas is high, but that was 3 years ago. But yeah, that first 2 years, it was the hardest because I pretty much struggled the entire 2 years, the first 2 years, because I'm getting adjusted to it, like knowing that, okay, I have to. Now, I didn't have no problem getting up working every single day because I did that. I was out there 12 hours a day at 13 sometimes. Like, I was hustling. That's one thing I ain't never been afraid of, is hard work. Let's, you know, put that out there. But it was more so the fact that, like, say I got into car accidents, right? I got hit 4 times, and I want to say 2 or 3 of the times, my car actually went to the shop and I had to repair it or whatever. And if you think about it, you already living like paycheck to paycheck or like day to day, because I was cashing my money out every single day. So if I'm already living like that and I have a car accident, which, by the way, was not my fault. It's never been my fault. I always end up getting rear-ended for some reason. But if I'm living, you know, week to week or day to day on my money, and I have a car accident, I'm not able to drive, and that's how I was making my money, then that set me back. So it was a lot of that going on. Every time that would happen, I would start rethinking, like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have quit. Maybe I should go back to a job. I did applications and everything. Nobody ever called me back. But I don't think I would have went anyway if they did, because I knew in my heart, I knew in my mind that that's not what I wanted to do. And I know that although I was struggling at the time, my mental health was getting better. And, you know, 3 years later, I still do it, not near as much as I used to, I do have more than, you know, just that one source of income. That also taught me how to save my money. Like, I started the past year, I'm gonna say, because those first, like I said, the first 2 years was a mess. But the past year, I actually learned how to save money, so in case something happened, I won't have to be sitting around wondering, like, dang, how am I gonna pay for this? How am I gonna pay for that? Because if you know me, you know I'm not asking for nothing. So yeah, like, just like last week I had COVID. Now if I was still living like day to day, didn't have no money saved or anything, and I still had bills to be paid that week that I was down with COVID, you know, I made, you know, money that week, but I didn't make my regular, like what I normally make with everything that I got going on. So yeah, hopefully that summed up the reason why I actually quit the job. And then I don't really let bad days dictate my entire like I go thug them out. Like, I go through things, but I get through them as well, and I don't take none of that for granted, and I don't regret anything that I have done thus far, because I've learned from every single thing that I've been through. And I also want to throw out there, if you are someone who is working a 9 to 5, but you wanted to like quit your job to do like these 1099 apps like DoorDash, Instacart, all of that, the best thing I can tell you, make sure you got that hustle in you. Because if you know you don't have to get up, if you know you don't like have to, you gotta have it in your mind, like, we still gotta get this money. I still gotta, or put yourself on a schedule. That helps too. But also make sure you fill your market out, because everywhere is different. I don't want y'all, you know, out here struggling because of something that I decided to do 3 years ago. But I will say it was one of the best decisions, because me working a 9 to 5, as many mental days that I need, even now, I'm not depressed now, but I do have my days where I'm like, what am I even doing? Or just, you know, we all have those days. But I can take as many mental breaks or whatever as I, you know, need. And you can't really do that with most 9 to 5s, because they don't care about you. But I care about me. And that's why I made the decision that I made for myself. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this video. If y'all have any questions about anything I went over, I will be glad to go over those. And make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
Empire.